Boeing. Yeah, another story on Boeing. We did some last week. Wall Street Journal this past week, basically cribbing, echoing the statements that we've been making about this company now for, over a decade. What went so wrong with Boeing? But anyway, I'll tell you what Boeing needs. Want to fix Boeing? Boeing needs Carl Icahn, Elon Musk, or the Bobs. You're not familiar with the Bobs? You're going to have to watch Office Space. What exactly do you say you do here? Anyway, story today in the Wall Street Journal talking about the many potential villains that have done in Boeing, a culture that put financial engineering before aerospace engineering. No way. Well, you mean to tell me the Ivy League, McKinsey, MBA types? No, they're wrecking a company? No, say it ain't so. It's an aerospace company. Anyway, an outsourcing strategy that shifted work to lower cost factories or suppliers. Again, you make airplanes. You make rockets. You're a defense contractor. Okay. A pursuit of production goals over safety goals. You make commercial airplanes. And distant leadership removed from employees. Yeah, the last CEO worked out of his house in New Hampshire. I shit you not. Whatever the cause, Boeing has reached a point where people are genuinely asking, could Boeing fail? And would an endgame look like in a scenario involving a national icon? Again, they always play these woe is me stories. Last week, we talked about Greg Ip in the Wall Street Journal. Oh, my God, what it means for national security. Nonsense. Why do I mention Carl Icahn? If you haven't seen it, it's a great story. It really is. Carl Icahn, I don't know what year this was being interviewed at some CNBC conference or some business conference by Andrew Ross Sorkin. And he was recanting a story back in his younger years where he bought a company that he still owns. It's called ACF Industries. And ACF Industries makes rail cars. And he bought the company and he saw all the assets that he had. And he thought he bought it on the cheap, but he still couldn't figure out why the company wasn't able to make money. And they had this sales office, rental, all this stuff in New York City, 3rd Avenue. He was telling the story. It's on 3rd Avenue, New York City, 12 floors of the building it had. So he goes in there. And he's trying to, after he bought the company, he's trying to determine what exactly is going on in this building, what people do. When he goes upstairs, goes to one floor and the other, he tells a story in a really neat way, can't figure it out. Comes back, still can't figure it out. Wants to find, there's this guy out of St. Louis that kind of like, there's the main guy, not the CEO, but the guy kind of was, basically the operator for the company, handled everything. Goes out and visits him and basically tells him, says, hey, listen, you don't need those people in New York. Still, Icahn's hesitant. Goes back, spends $250,000, bunch of college types, professors from Columbia to come in, and they provide for him in a few weeks this big, huge book. He makes fun of it. They hand him this big, huge book with all these charts and graphs of what all these people on the 12 floors are doing. And he tells her right to me, he says, I'm not going to read this damn thing you just gave me. I said, explain to me. I said, I'm a numbers guy. I did well in school. Explain it to me. Make it pure and simple. And they broke it down. I said, listen, you were straight with us. We're going to be straight with you. We don't know what they do. And in the end, he fired every single person, 12 floors of the building, no service interruptions, no problems with anything. Company worked just fine. Then turned around and, sold the lease for $10 million on top of that. Elon Musk did the same thing with Twitter. Came in there like, you're gone. I always think that scene too when the movie, there's television show Entourage, when Ari takes over the agency The talent agency that the reps are agents, and he goes around with a paintball gun, just shooting people that are fired. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. That's what you need. The new CEO, I mean, again, he's trying. He's being honest. He said the trust in our company has eroded. It's going to take time to return Boeing to its former legacy. You know why it's going to take a lot of time? Is because, unfortunately, the CEO, I think he's afraid. He's afraid. All the problems that Boeing had, it should be a mass firing should take place. Mass firing. Pretty much picture the New York Jets at the end of the season. Everybody must go. All the ex-government types, all the people. But again, this is one of these. And again, it's a too big to fail company. They actually even mention that in this Wall Street Journal article today, something we've been saying for a long time. You can't fix Boeing. You can't make it because it's too big to fail. The people that you have working there are connected to government. There are a lot of ex-Pentagon types that are there, and they make a ton of money. Carl Icahn actually, and it was interesting in his towards the interview, he talks about that's the problem in America today. It's too many executives, too many mid-level managers that are there that are making way too much money and don't care. Don't care. And again, this has always been a problem. This company's getting fat and happy in the C-suite. I'd like to see Boeing turn around. We'd like to see it not fail. But again, am I thoroughly encouraged? Some of the things that this guy's saying, he's saying the right things, but your actions are going to speak a little bit louder. Should have stepped in there, and it should have been, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, gone. You people are a part of the problem, and keep all the MBA, McKinsey consultant types away from that company. Watchdog on WallStreet.com.